Okay, folks, just checking to see you can hear my voice before we start. Having a little audio issue, but I think we might have fixed it here. Just type something into the chat right in YouTube here. Let me know you can hear me before I start. Oh, excellent, excellent. You can hear me okay now. Awesome. All right. All right, so we'll give it a start here. This is just a quick little video about Stayman and transfers and how they're going to be used together as we're going through our no Trump auctions. And there's a few rules that some people may not even know about, but we're going to cover the basic rules real quick, and then I'm going to throw you into a bunch of hands to ask you questions about what you're going to bid with certain types of major suit holdings. So if you guys are ready, here we go. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube and haven't logged in yet, on your browser, you can log into bidbox.xyz. Type that right into your browser, and you will be sent right to the BidBox page. You can put your email address in, and you'll get a copy of this lesson sent right to you afterwards to your email. So we're going to start. And if you're looking at this on a computer, you can make it a little bigger. It's a little easier if you're on a phone or a tablet. You can make this as big as you want it. But what I'm looking at here is just a hand where I would consider bidding Stayman on. And Stayman is used specifically for those times where we have exactly four cards in a major suit. And our partner has opened or made some bid that is the equivalent of an opening no Trump bid. So we're only ever going to do this after no Trump bids. We're going to show usually at least an invitational hand. We might see some exceptions to that. And we are always, 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 we're never going to make this bid without exactly four cards in at least one of the major suits. Now the transfer, and I didn't realize I have a stick of gum in my mouth. Let me take that out. The transfer, which is our next slide here, is used for those times where we have a five card major. And so Stayman is always four. Transfers are always five or more. And we are looking for fits in various ways when we use these. And they're always exactly after no Trump opening bids or overcalls, anything equivalent to a no Trump opener. This one can really be any strength whatsoever. So when we are transferring, we know what suit our partner is going to bid, right? Because we're essentially telling them to bid the suit that right above the one we're bidding. So in this auction, we would bid two hearts, and our partner would have to bid two spades. And that is, hey, I have a five card suit in the suit I'm transferring into, and I have any hand. I could be very weak or I could be very strong. And this is a good first step when you have a five card major. The next slide is what the heck do we do when we have five of one major and four of another? And the rule is we bid Stayman first almost always. The only time we wouldn't bid Stayman is if we had a very weak hand, meaning less than anything we would make an invitational bid with. So on a hand that we're looking at here, we have about a 10 count and we have five spades and four hearts. So on this opening bid, we know we're likely to find a fit. We're not always going to, but if we don't start with Stayman, we're going to have trouble getting back to talking about hearts. So we try to find our 4-4 fits first, and those are actually the best fits to find. And then if we don't, we'll find ways to actually discover our other fits afterwards. But we always start with Stayman first. Remember that. The responses to Stayman are always just these three bids. Never bid anything else in response to Stayman. There's really what I tell my students sometimes if they bid like two no Trump or something else over two clubs, I just say this bid just doesn't exist, right? There's no reason for it. So we just bid two diamonds when we do not have a four card major. We bid two hearts when we have four hearts, and we bid two spades when we have four spades. What I have circled here is a hand that has both four card majors. And in that case, you just always bid hearts, right? If your partner bids Stayman and you have both four card majors, you start with the lowest one, right? So you bid two hearts, and then we'll see what happens next. All right, transfer responses. This is a really simple slide. You always accept the transfer, right? So on this auction, we would really have no choice but to bid two spades, right? The whole reason we use transfer bids is to make sure that the strong hand, the no trump opening bidder, is the one playing the hand, right? So we have to accept the transfer as soon as possible in order to complete that part of our agenda, right? We're trying to make sure we are keeping this strong hand concealed so we do not want to disobey partner, especially when they're telling us what to do. It usually makes for short partnerships. And we never bid Stayman with this shape that I've circled here. This might be a new one for some of you because we just blindly bid Stayman whenever we see a four card major, which is good, by the way. It's good that you recognize you should be bidding Stayman always when you have four, except here. When you have this shape, four in a major and three in every other suit, you forego Stayman. You bid whatever number of no trump you desire in this case. And this is because your hand is totally balanced. And you know your partner's hand is balanced as well, right? They opened one no trump. They're showing a 15 to 17 balanced hand. So the benefits to playing in any suit, especially whether it's a major or minor, are gone, right? We're not going to trump anything in this hand. We certainly don't have to take as many tricks in a no trump game, so we're much better off just never bidding Stayman. So when you see this shape, guys, you just stay away from Stayman for sure. All right, I think we're ready for some hands. So on this auction, your partner has started with one no trump, and now it is your choice. Make your bid, and we're going to go, deeper into some of these auctions for sure, so you can see your next bids. But we're going to start off with a few warm-ups here. And once again, guys, if you have any questions specifically, just type that right into the chat in YouTube, and I will answer them right away. So anything you don't understand or want clarification on, just type it right in there. All right, and for those of you that might have just joined us here, if you want to bid along with our BidBox lesson here, just type in bidbox.xyz into your browser, right into that top browser bar, and you'll see this hand in front of you if you log in, and you'll be able to make the bids right along with us. So that's bidbox.xyz. So we're starting off perfectly here. Everyone knows that this is a Stayman and transfers lesson. So here for sure, we're going to bid two clubs. Right? We want to try to play in hearts if we can. Right? Even though we're kind of balanced, we're not totally balanced. So this is worth a try. And we're going to hope that we hear our partner bid something else. So let's take a look at the next hand. And on the next hand, we see that partner has responded two diamonds to our Stayman bid. And so they open a no trump. We bid two clubs, which was Stayman. And our partner bid two diamonds. What do we do now? So the correct bid is three no trump. And we had a couple of people bidding two hearts, which is the most common mistake when we are getting into Stayman. The common problem here is we think that we need to mention our hearts. But the Stayman bid already shows that we have interest in playing in a major, and it absolutely guarantees at least one four card major. So we don't have to introduce hearts here because we've already kind of implied at least one of these majors of four cards. And the other reason is the two diamond bid denied a four card major. So we do not have a fit. So the three no trump bidders, there were 77% of you, are perfect here. We know we're not playing in a major suit. We have a good hand for game, so we just bid that game, right? We don't have to describe our hand anymore when we've lost the opportunity of finding a fit. Okay, good. Next one. Not surprisingly, our partner is going to be opening one no trump quite a bit in this lesson. So once again, we see partner opening a no trump, and it's our bid. All right, we are definitely going to want to start with a transfer here. So we bid two hearts, and I can see some of you might have misclicked here and bid one heart. I know what you meant. Two hearts is just the way we're always going to start here. We have a five card spade suit. We definitely know we're going to be playing game. We're just not quite sure where that's going to be yet, right? So two hearts, perfect. Now our partner, because they want to play with us again. Oh, I put that hand in there twice. My goodness. Okay. So we have to skip over the slide I missed. And this is what would have happened after two hearts. We would have seen our partner bid two spades, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. And then with this hand, I kind of ruined the surprise here because I skipped, I didn't have the correct slide here next, but it's to bid three clubs with this hand. A lot of people just jump to three no trump to give partner that choice. And this is kind of just another way to do that. So after we transfer, any new suit at the three level is going to be game forcing, and it's natural, right? It usually shows exactly five in your major. Could be more, but usually it's I have five, and I'm looking to see if we can find a fit, right? Which you can establish at the three level now. And it's also good to be bidding three clubs because in an outside chance, you might have a chance at playing in that suit if partner has the right cards for you, right? So this is a good descriptive way to make a game forcing bid with a lot of options, right? And you're hoping really that partner just bids spades. But now when partner bids three no trump, what do we do? And some of you have already answered. But after we go through all this, definitely don't have a balanced hand, but we've kind of shown our hand. What do we do after partner just bids three no trump? Yeah, for sure. We have done enough to try to get ourselves to a suit contract, and our partner had no interest, right? So in this case, we trust that we've done our best, and we just passed three no trump, right? We're pretty happy to be putting this dummy down for partner. We would hope they make a lot of tricks here. All right. Once again, partner opens a no trump, and this is our hand. All right, now we're getting some action on the results screen here. So the best bid is three no trump, even though your shape isn't wonderful. You have a couple of tens though, and this is a 10 count. So you're going to bid three no trump in this situation if you're playing with any partner that doesn't quiver when they start playing no trump, right? So this is a good hand to just bid your game. Two clubs is almost always right, except this is that shape that we never bid Stayman with. We don't bid Stayman when our shape is 4-3-3-3, right? The benefits to playing in a suit are gone, right? We do not have any ability to trump cards in our hand, so playing in no trump is just always going to be better. So 3-0 is the best bid there. Good. Now our partner opens a no trump, and this is our hand. Your call. And once again, folks, those of you watching on YouTube and not participating, if you open up a browser and type in bidbox.xyz right in the address bar, you'll get right to the site that lets you bid these hands. All right, this one is Stayman, right? We definitely want to steer this towards a suit if we can, and a major suit is the most ideal spot. And we get there by just starting with two clubs. We want to see if partner has four cards in the spade suit, right? This is a dream for us if they do. And if they don't, we'll decide what to do next. But here we always are going to start with Stayman because playing in a suit is certainly going to be better for these cards. Okay, next case. Partner once again opens one no trump. I'm just going to put that on a loop. Yes, it's two clubs for sure. We're gonna bid Stayman with this hand, and I know that heart suit isn't too pretty, but we don't want to worry about suit quality. The only times we really worry about suit quality are when we are preempting or making an overcall of some kind, right? We usually want to have a good suit if we can in those spots. So here we don't really care that our hearts aren't great. We just want to try to find an eight card major suit fit. And if we have the values, we're going to play game for sure. All right. And after we bid two clubs, our partner bids two hearts. Make your call. All right, sweet. We have a lot of you making the correct bid, which is four hearts. We certainly improved our hand really when our partner showed support for hearts, really. They showed a four card heart suit, so we know we have a fit. And it doesn't look like the greatest hand, but remember, your partner opened a no trump, right? Your partner has a good 15 to 17, so in this spot, you definitely have at least game, it looks like. And if you're not making it, oh well. Everyone else should be bidding this as well. Three clubs is actually interesting because it is forcing, but this would usually be used for times where you didn't find a major suit fit, right? But it should still kind of hold along the same lines as when we transfer. Bidding new suits should be forcing, so that's not going to be the most descriptive bid though, and you definitely found your fit, so we're certainly not going to be messing around with anything like that. All right, guys, next one. Partner opens a no trump again, and this is your hand. All right, perfect. We certainly want to see if we have a spade fit before we go on. And our partner bids two diamonds. Your call. Perfect. Again, we're hitting our stride here. Three no trump for sure. Uh, In all these spots, when you're the responder to the no Trump opening bid, you are going to be the decision maker, right? So sometimes it's going to be a very simple auction. Partner's going to open a no Trump, and you're going to make a decision with either a pass or a bid. Other times we need more information before we make that decision, right? So that's what Stayman, that's what transfers are for. All sorts of bids we can use to kind of navigate these waters and get to the right spot, which is the spot that we're going to know about, right? So we're just going to ask questions, and when we find the answers, we kind of get to that decision bid, and this is always one of those, right? If partner had bid two spades, we would decide to bid four spades, right? But when we find that information, there's no need to mess around anywhere else. We make our decision and we get there. Good job. Okay, so this time we opened, or sorry, our partner opened one no trump, and we transferred. We bid two diamonds. I made that bid for you, and our partner bid two hearts, and now it's our call. All right, so this time we're dealing with a transfer. We have transferred our partner to hearts, and they said, "Okay, I want to play with this person next week, so I will bid two hearts." And what do we do now? Let's see, we have more thoughtful answers on this one for sure. Take your time. Okay, the correct bid is three no trump. And that is because we have already told our partner we have a five card heart suit. That's what the transfer always guarantees, right? So when we've bid two diamonds, partner knows we have at least five hearts. And when we have exactly five, we are going to go back to no trump when we have at least our invitational hands, right? So we're going to go back to whatever level no trump our point count suggests, right? And here we know we have game, we're just not sure where it is. So here we've actually done something slightly different than the last one. We've described our hand, and then we've told partner what level we're going to play at, right? So we bid two diamonds, knowing our telling our partner that we have five hearts, and now we're telling them we have enough for game by bidding three now. And now they're going to make the choice, right? Whether they have three hearts or two, that's going to be their decision making. They're going to either bid four hearts or they're going to pass three no trump. Good. All right. This time, your partner, once again, so surprising, opens one no trump, and it is your bid. Okay, we have lots of dissension on this one, but the correct call is two hearts. And let's think about why here. Whenever we're 5-5, just in general, whether we're opening, overcalling, pretty much any situation we're ever going to find ourselves in, if we're 5-5, we're going to bid the higher ranking suit first always. And this is just a way that we can create room later in our auctions. Right? We do it this way for a good reason. And this is one of those times where we continue to go along with that rule. Right? We transfer into the higher ranking suit first. So we bid two hearts and our partner bids two spades. And now what do you think we're going to do with our next bid to show this hand? You've transferred to spades, which is our new rule here. With 5-5, transfer to spades first. And now what do we do? Yeah, perfect. So we've shown our five card spade suit, right? And that's the best part about the transfer. We've told partner that information immediately. And this is the exact auction to show 5 5 spades and hearts, right? We transfer into spades and then we bid three hearts. And I know what some of you are thinking. You're like, well, now I'm going to have to play hearts if that's our spot. And oh well, right? That sometimes we're going to have to play it from our side when partner opens a no trump, but that's okay, if we find our fit. And this is the best way to just say, okay, I have 5 5 in hearts and spades. There are conventional bids that do this as well. If any of you out there have heard of like mini maxi or other types of things, there are ways to show hands like this, but this is the honestly standard and easy way to do it. And you never have to find anything else if you can remember this auction. All right. All right, so this time our partner opens a no trump, and we're not 5 5, but we're 5 4. So what do we do here? Sorry, I see a question here. Is that forcing? I think you're talking about the three heart bid on the last hand. The answer is yes, right? Anytime we transfer and then bid any new suit at the three level, it's not only forcing, it should be game forcing, right? So we don't have any worries of partner passing in that spot. That should always just be a game forcing bid. And then you can we can have longer lessons or deeper lessons about other conventional ways to deal with the one to trump opener in the majors and even the minors. But in this case, that's usually the best way when you have a five card or longer major and some other suit. Okay, it looks like we have most of you bidding two clubs, which is our best bid, but we have a fair amount of you bidding two diamonds. Don't fall into that trap. Remember that slide in the beginning, which you should get a copy of if everything goes well after this, and you put your email address in on the device. Go back to that and make sure you just burn that into your brain. If you have 5 4 in the majors, five spades and four hearts, five hearts and four spades, you just always start with Stayman. Okay? You bid Stayman because we're going to talk about our 4 4 major first, and then I'm going to show you how we deal with our five card major after. We're going to see that hand in a few slides. But here we always start with Stayman. The only time we wouldn't is if we were super weak, right? If we were less than 8 points and we had no invitational possibilities, we would now just transfer into our five card major. Okay, so any other time, we're just going to start with Stayman. Good. And we find our partner bidding two spades. What do we do now? So we started with Stayman and we're rewarded with a two spade bid. What do we do? Was that right, No Combed? You were asking about the three heart bid? I just want to make sure I answered that question correctly for you, but great, thanks. All right, beautiful. Four spades is our bid. When we find a major suit fit, we don't need to look anywhere else. That heart suit is lovely, and our partner is going to love it as a side suit, hopefully, in four spades. Right, so once we find our major suit fit, we never have to go looking for another one, right? So in these spots, when you hear two spades, you're happy, right? You just bid your game in spades, and this might even be a hand where you might even try to play some slam at some point, but we can get to that, in a more advanced lesson. But here, you're so happy you found a major suit fit, bid your game in spades, and be super happy that you have a nice dummy for partner for sure. And they are once again living the dream at this table. Your partner just keeps opening one no trump. Yeah, Gambit chess, there's definitely slam interest. I just am hesitant to bring that bit out right now. It would be a very long conversation and maybe confusing. So there's certainly a way you can show slam interest there. And I'll type it into the chat for all you guys. You would you would bid three hearts on that hand if you want to go back and take a look at it in the video. Yep, two clubs for sure. We start with our Stayman bid, and our partner responds two spades. Now it's our call again. Yeah, this is why we almost always have to have 8 or 9 points to bid Stayman, right? Because we're gonna frequently get a bid that doesn't help us, so we have to be able to go back to something usually, and that is usually going to be two no trump as well. So the the main reason we have to have this good of a hand to use Stayman is just because of an auction like this, right? We have to have some way to go back to some level of no trump. Whereas the transfer, we have the option of passing that, so we can always have any hand for that sort of bid. All right, our partner opened one no trump. All right, anyone that is just dropping into the stream here, you can type in bidbox.xyz right in the top of your browser bar, and you will get right to the site where you can make your bids along with us if you like. All right, most of you did really good by not being just totally seduced by the nice heart suit. uh, it's still 5-4, right? We have four spades and five hearts, and that heart suit is going to be amazing in whatever contract we play in. Right? So you start with Stayman always. Even though the spades don't look as pretty, it's the number that counts, especially in these auctions. So we bid two clubs, and our partner bids two diamonds. Now, I want you all to make a bid, and I want you to assume before you make that bid, so don't bid yet. I want you to assume you're playing with a person that plays no conventions other than Stayman and transfers. They only play those two conventions. So what I'm saying is I want you to make the standard bid on this hand. Assume you do not play conventions. All right, so in a standard auction, the way we show this hand is we jump to three hearts. And that says to partner, I bid Stayman, obviously. I tried to find a four card major, I didn't find one. And now I'm showing you that I have exactly five hearts. And I want you to choose between hearts and no trump. Okay, so this is how we show a hand that's 5 and 4. And this is without any conventional help. This is standard. Those of you that bid two hearts, you made a non forcing bid. Right? This is not forcing, so with enough points per game, we certainly don't want to end below game. And if you bid two hearts, partners are usually just going to be passing. Right? So in this spot, you have to jump to the 3 level. The reason I said no conventions for those of you that might have a little more stuff on your card, Smolin would be a convention you could use here to keep the no trump bidder playing the hand. But in a standard auction, when we bid Stayman and our partner bids two diamonds, right? If they bid a major, we're fine. But when they bid two diamonds, we now just jump to the three level of our five card major. And that gives partner the choice. Choose hearts or no trump. And now you've done your best to find your major suit fit again. All right, so now we're on the other side of the table. Right, we're the ones opening a no trump now, and I definitely feel sorry for my opponents in this game. But we are now opening a no trump on our side, and our partner bid two clubs, and it's our call. You all remembered that we start up the line in this spot. So when we have two four card majors and our partner bids Stayman, we always start with two hearts. So perfect, 100% everybody, nice. Now we've opened a no trump with kind of a weird hand, but we still open a no trump, and our partner bid two clubs, and it's our call. Yeah, that's too easy. Two diamonds for sure. We don't have a four card major. And now partner bids three spades. And again, you're playing with a partner that says, I only play two conventions, the ones I learned tonight on YouTube. Stayman and transfers. So after we respond to two diamonds, our partner bid three spades. What do we do? Yeah, good. I think some of you, I might have gone a little too fast on the last slide. Some of you were kind of sticking your answer in for the last one. It was two diamonds. Um, but yeah, four spades is our choice here because partner just showed five spades, right? In a standard auction, they're just having us make the choice between spades and no trump. And our only decision making factor from this side of the table is whether you have three or less. If you have less than three, meaning two, you just bid no trump. If you have three or more, you always go to spades. And here, you would be having exactly three because you responded two diamonds, right? You did not have a four card major. Good. Okay, so this time you have again opened a no trump and partner bids two hearts. It's your bid. So the correct bid here is actually three spades. Three spades is what's called a super accept. Now, the one slide from earlier you might remember says we always accept the transfer, and that is absolutely true. But we have two ways to accept it. We can bid two of the major, which honestly is the one you're going to be bidding 90% of the time. But occasionally you'll wake up with a hand that has a good fit and a maximum. And I would tell you that just for ease of use, I would only super accept with 17 and a four card suit in support. Right, so this hand has 17 high card points and it actually has four spades. You don't want to haul off and bid four spades on this hand because partner, remember, could have nothing. So they could have a two count over there and you're going to be in a lot of trouble at the four level. So three is enough, right? Partner's supposed to take that for, maybe if he has a seven or a really good six, he might kick it into game after you super accept, right? But if they have a bad hand, you don't want to commit the game for sure. All right. So two spades isn't technically wrong, but it's going to kind of get you into a spot where they might be passing where you should be in game. Yeah, Lisa, a back button would be awesome in this game for sure. But I like the app this way because it's like real bridge, right? Once you make that bid, you're committed. So sorry. All right, next one. So partner opens a no trump, and this is our hand. Your bid. Thanks. Thanks, Lisa. All right. I think we had a couple takers here, but we can't bid Stayman because we don't have enough values to do so. Right? Pass is the right bid. And it's because what happens if partner bids two hearts or two diamonds? Right? They deny a four card major or they show hearts. We don't really have a bid to go back to because two no trump is going to be invitational, showing really nine or a really good eight or more. So when we don't have eight or more points, we're happy to just pass because really this is a great hand for a one no trump contract, right? You're almost, at the maximum of a pass. You have a couple good cards, and partner's going to be happy, right? So just pass one no trump for sure. Once again, for I think this is might be the penultimate board here. Partner opens one no trump. What do we do? All right. Yes, you bid two diamonds because this is the bid that doesn't require any points, right? You're never going to get an answer you didn't want when you transfer, right? Because you're telling partner to essentially bid your suit, right? So always transfer with a weak hand and a five card major. So just I'm going to repeat that again. Always transfer with a five card major and a weak hand because you're just almost always better off playing in that suit than you will be in no trump when you have weakness. All right. Here, I think, is our last chance to excel. Our partner opens a no trump. What do we bid? All right. We have some people thinking somebody redoubled. I think that might have been a misclick. It could be a funny joke too. There's something called an SOS redouble. I'm just like, hey, I don't know what's going on. This is one of the very rare times where it is okay to bid Stayman without an invitational hand. And this is what some of you might recognize as like simple garbage Stayman. We hate this hand for no trump, or at least we should, right? This hand is not going to take very many tricks in no trump. And just based on the shape of it, we are going to take way, way more tricks in a suit. And the best part about Stayman is we know all three responses we're going to get from partner. Partner's either going to bid two diamonds, two hearts, or two spades. Those are their only three choices. And we intend to pass every single bid they make. And think of how awesome it would be to table this hand after getting partner out of a bad no trump contract. And I see someone put two no trump transfer to diamonds. That doesn't give us all the options, to be honest, right? We get to bid Stayman with this hand, and it's amazing, right? Partner bids hearts or spades. We just found an 8 card fit, and we have a void. If partner bids diamonds, there's our transfer, and only this spot, right? We're never going to do this unless we have all three of these suits: hearts, spades, and diamonds, right? We wouldn't do it with hearts, spades, and clubs, because if partner bids two diamonds, you're like, okay, what should I do now, right? And if you have some agreements, you have other ways you can handle these, but this is the most standard one, right? When you wake up with a bad hand and all three of the responses to Stayman, hearts, spades, and diamonds, bid two clubs, and then just pass whatever partner does. You're going to be so much better off in a suit, no matter what it is. All right, folks, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. And you should get a copy of this. If you don't, send me an email, and I want to get a list started, but I think this is working pretty well. And oh, sorry, I see a question here. We need at least 4 of these suits. Yes, yeah, you should. Sometimes, let's say you have like, I mean, you're going to have some hands where you might even do it in other weird situations, but in this spot, you're for sure going to want to have 4, 4, 4, 1 at least. Yes, thanks. And make sure you have these 3 specific suits. All right, folks, thanks so much, and I will see you next time, guys. I'll put something up in the next few weeks or so, so be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, take care.